Hello, online crew. How are you all going? We're going to talk today about productivity, motivation, getting results. How do you do it all? How do you fit in life and business and kids and all the rest of it? A lot of people say to me, how do you do all the things that you do, Helen? Do you ever sleep? That's the impression, obviously, people get of my life and everything that I do online and my businesses and all the rest of it. So I wanted to have a real, raw, honest conversation with you today about this, because there is a reason behind the people that just can't motivate themselves, all excuses under the sun, just can't get past excuses basically at the end of the day, and those that are just on point, on it, motivated, doing the things that they need to do. So where do you guys sit in that? Would you say that you're highly motivated? Would you say that you need some help with some motivation? Are you achieving everything you want to achieve? Or do you spend so much time just thinking about what it is that you want to do and what you want to achieve, but you're not actually taking the action to sort of get those results? I mean, what is it that holds you back? Because there's always something that holds you back. So I was thinking about this yesterday when I was driving to the gym, and I'm going to have a little chat about it with you guys today. I just wanted to share maybe some of the things that I do that keep me driven. You can sort of just think for yourself what's going on in your world, and maybe there's a couple of things that you might need to do or change or think about a little bit more deeply to help you get a little bit more motivated to do the things that you need to do to get some results. Okay. So how is everyone doing? I've got a couple of reminders for you before we get onto the content today, and that is next week. So next week, starting August the 3rd, is the 17th round of my branding course. So if you've missed out on that previously, if you have not sorted out your brand, it is something that you absolutely want to put on your radar and get sorted out, because that's the foundation of everything that you do online. So you are welcome to join us next week. The details are up above. Just click on that link and you can see what it's all about, what's included and all the rest of it. Those of you in my online crew coaching community, we have a live Q&A call tomorrow. On Zoom. All the details are in the group. It's in 45 minutes time from now, tomorrow. Did you get that? So I do it 45 minutes after I go live, but tomorrow. So those of you in my coaching community, make sure you got that Zoom link from inside the group. And the purpose of that live Zoom Q&A call is that you can get, free coaching from me, that you can ask anything about the online world, or what you're working on, or what you're frustrated on, or what you don't know how to do. And let's just chat about it. So I do those each and every month, as well as a boot camp for those in my coaching community. And put on your diaries as well. The next 21-day video challenge starts on the 19th of August. So that's coming up, next month, but put it on your radar so you're organized for it. I have put the graphic on my website now, helenmartinonline.com, if you want to join the group, but we're not accepting people into the group for another couple of weeks yet, or at least a week. Okay. So that's where we're at. So who is here? We got Crystal. Hello, how are you? Crystal's a life member of our coaching community. We got Susan. How are you, Susan? Hello, Michelle. Lovely to see you here. We've got Christine. Lovely to see you here from the desert in Arizona. Is it hot, hot, hot there, Christine? At the moment, let us know. Hello, Heather. How are you going? Thank you for your live in the social media group not long ago. Excellent topic. I definitely need to hear this. Good. Hello, Beth. Great to see you here. Hello, Laura from Fort Myers, Florida. I love Florida. Great to see you here, Laura. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Kitty. Great to see you here. Good morning, Judy and Bob. How are you going? We've got Faye here as well. Janet, hello. Help. No worries. I think I'm a work in progress, but motivated. Okay, everyone's a work in progress, Steph, I think. Nobody just sort of is perfect, although as much as we would like to be. Yes, need help in that area, Faye. I'm really motivated and I'm overwhelmed. Also very emotional today too. So I hope everything's okay in your part of the world. Crystal, sending you love. We can always use more motivation. Some days I'm really good, other days I'm off and I get in my own way. Absolutely. And I think we have to remember we are human beings. So it's impossible to be 100% switched on all the time. But your motivation to do things is really, really important. But what I want you to try to understand from this video is what makes you motivated. That's what we need to go and dive a little bit deeper with. And I'll share thoughts about me and my life in a second. Okay. Susan, so great to see you and great to see you too, Susan. It looked like you were having fun on the water over the weekend, some nice sunny weather, skiing and things like that. Looked awesome. So Heather and Susan are in our VIP mentoring program. Hello, Gloria. Lovely to see you here. Hi there, everyone from waterlogged Newcastle. Oh, are you waterlogged, are you? We're dry as over here at the moment. Happy new week, Captain and crew. Yes, it is a new week. This is my first video of the week. For those of you that are new to our community, I go live 5 days a week for free and give you guys free content 5 days a week. And the beginning of the week, which is this video here, I do something to do with personal development, personal growth, something to help you just think about the person that you are, the person that you want to come and help you be a better version of yourself, because you're the one that needs to be switched on. Everything stops with you. The buck stops with you. Whether you're successful in your business or not is not up to anybody else but you. That was what we concentrated on all last week in our coaching community. If you want to join the coaching community, just go to helenmartinonline.com and look for the graphic that talks about the dollar trial. But you can go and watch the replays of all of that. Really, really important. I highly recommend taking the branding course, crew. It's absolutely worth it. It's critical in the online journey. Love those calls, the Zoom calls. Yep. Good morning, Ford. Yes, it's morning, my part of the world. Not yours, though, but lovely to see you here. I'll be in the next video challenge. Awesome, Crystal. I built my brand boot camp on my vision board. I will get to do one soon. Awesome. Hello, Anna. Lovely to see you here. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, Cynthia. We got Cheryl here as well. It's 110 Fahrenheit. Whew, that is hot, Christine. I talk in Celsius, but I know anything over 100 is hot, hot, hot. So stay cool. Good morning, Mike. How are you? Thank you, Helen and Steph, for being there for me, sending you all love. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into the content for today. And let's just take a little check-in in my life. So I'm driving to the gym yesterday morning. And for those of you that know anything about me, I have a lot of things going on. I have multiple income streams and I wouldn't have it any other way. That's what brings me the income that I have. But to do that, I've got to juggle a lot. So I'm driving to the gym yesterday morning, and that's, some of you will know, I actually teach. I don't go to the gym just to attend, I teach. And I guess a little tip there is that's what keeps me motivated, because I can't back out because I'm a teacher. So if I don't turn up, the class doesn't happen. So I'm driving and it's like, what's the reason I'm still doing this? I don't have time for this. There are so many other things I need to do. It's not for the money, guys. It really is not. It just surprises me how little. I don't know if any of you are exposed to gym instructors or PTs or whatever. I mean, some PTs, if they're really, really good, they can get paid well. But generally, like gym instructors, anybody that teaches classes like I do, it's terrible, terrible pay. So I definitely don't do it for the money. And so I'm thinking, you know, what's the reason that I keep doing this? And it's like, I don't, because it's Monday morning as well. You know what Monday mornings feel like sometimes, guys. And so I get up and it's sometimes it's a bit of a drag. At the moment, it's not, because I've been detoxing for just gone 7 days, almost lost 5 kilos. I'm feeling fantastic. So yesterday when I was driving to the gym, I was feeling really quite good, better than last week. Last week, I was coming off the back of a 2-day migraine, and that was not good. Anyway, side note. And it's like, the purpose of it is for me. Really, at the end of the day, it is for me, because I may not feel like necessarily doing it, but I know how I feel after every class. It feels awesome. I love to push myself. I love to push the class. I have to push myself because I'm the instructor. And even if my legs are burning or my arms are burning, if you don't know what I do weights. So we work with barbells and hand weights. One of the best ways to burn fat, guys, is to get some hand weights at home. You don't need to go to a gym. You may not necessarily have barbells and things like that, but lifting weights burns fat quicker than cardio. Anyway, side note. So I've just got to keep on pushing, but I feel amazing after every class. So my purpose is that I know it's good for me. I'm home, 9, 10, like an hour and a half later. It's not really that much out of my day. I don't go live on my Mondays, so it doesn't interrupt that schedule. But the purpose is I do it to push myself because I know it's good for me. Makes me feel better, helps me get that exercise in. Sometimes that's the only exercise I do all week, which is not good. At the moment, I'm exercising 7 days a week and I feel amazing for it. But there is a purpose behind it. Okay, so that's one thing. That's the gym. Next thing, I've got all these things written down because I forget all the things that I do. Some of you may know that I do consulting accounting. Not necessarily something that I enjoy so much anymore. I mean, I did study accounting, but I actually went into marketing. Then I studied a Bachelor of Business majoring in marketing, and then I went into law. So accounting I went away from because it didn't really excite me too much. Marketing was more exciting to me than just accounting's very right and wrong. Any of you know what I mean if you're a numbers person. Some people love that. I used to love it, but not so much anymore. But what's the purpose that I keep doing that? One, I'm in a contract. So I'm obligated. So there is a purpose there because I'm actually in a contract. But two, it gives me another source of income, which is really good. So the purpose is the income, as well. So there is definitely a driver for me to do that. I am locked into a contract, but until end of the year. So still got few months to go for that one. But the purpose of it also gives me a great sort of source of income. So there's that. Okay. What else do I do? I'm a mentor to students overseas for a mentoring company. Now I could easily give that away, but I get a lot of satisfaction out of helping other people like you guys actually navigate the online world, get results, learn about branding, posting, content creation, getting results, Facebook advertising, all of that kind of stuff. It gives me a lot of satisfaction. So there's a purpose behind it because I'm really helping other people move forward. But I'm also learning. As I do that job, I'm always learning. I'm learning what other people are doing. I'm in a community where I'm continually learning. So it has a big purpose for me because I continue to learn while helping others. So that's why I continue to do that. What else do I do? My network marketing business. The reason that that I'm motivated to do that is because I love the products that we have behind our network marketing business, and I love my team. And I'm more interested in I really want my team to win. So there's heaps of motivation there because it's not, when you're in this industry, it's not just about you. When you help other people, you guys know this, you build a team and you all win. So there's huge motivation there to stay there because the money's good. As you go through the ranks, the money gets better. So there's a motivation financially wise, but there's a motivation between health and wellness and, the team that I'm growing and helping them. So huge drivers there. My coaching community, particularly you guys online, I show up for you guys 5 days a week, every single week, and give you free training. Like, who does that? There are other people, around me in the industry goes, I can't believe how much you give away for free. It's crazy. So it takes a lot of motivation, but it doesn't really, because I love doing it. I just love doing it. I love helping you guys. My main motivation is to help you guys improve in your business. So I've got huge drivers. There's a sense of purpose for me there to help you guys. So that's here in general. Then I've got my coaching community, which I go deeper into, training and really practical training and, helping you sort of really navigate at a much sort of deeper level. And I love my online career coaching community. Love it. Like I have so much drive for the people that are in there and helping them move their businesses forward. What else do I do? And then I've got my husband's business as well. So I do all his books, all his accounting and stuff like that. So my motivation and purpose for that is I want to help him. I don't want him to have to pay a bookkeeper or somebody else to do all his stuff. I want to help him. He's my husband. So there's huge motivation there. So can any of you guys, with all those things that I do, some people are like, I don't know how you do everything. Throw in a few video challenges that are free and all the other, trainings that I do. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But not once do I ever wake up in the morning going, oh, I got to go live. Or, oh, I got to do a Zoom call with my coaching community. Or sometimes with the gym, it's like, oh, I don't feel like it. But I know my motivator is how good I'm going to feel at the end of it. So what's my common thread here, guys? What word did I continually bring up with all of those things that I do? Did anyone pick it? There was one particular word that I kept saying with all those things that I do. What was it? I want to see if you guys picked it. Because this is so important. And this will just you'll just drag your feet along if you don't have this. Okay, I want to see if anyone picked it. That was one word, but it's not the word I'm actually looking for. I did say that over and over again. Sorry. I did say that over and over again, Susan. So you're quite right, but there was another word. Oh, I did say that. So there might be a few words that I said over and over again. Okay. So yeah, love doing things. Yeah. So this is all related. Motivated. Yeah. Love it. So obviously I said love it a lot. It's not what I'm looking for though, guys. Keep going. Love it. Love it. Motivation, yeah. Love motivation. Obviously, I said that a lot. Drive, yeah. I have the drive. Hey, Deb, how you going? I have the drive because I have the motivation. So they're sort of one and the same. So true. I do have the drive. No one's picked it yet. Motivated, yeah. Love. Okay, and those words are all interrelated to this other word. What was it? Multiple streams of income. Yep, big believer in that. I mean, I love the network marketing industry, but I would never, it's just me, guys. I would never make that my sole income stream. Okay, that's just, we can go deeper in that another day, but I'm big on multiple income streams. No one's picked it yet. Come on, guys. Keep going. So multiple streams of income, yeah. Except for accounting, yeah. Love. Otherwise, the income, yeah, that's a driver. Drive. You, yeah. Helping others, yeah. Still no one's got it. Doing it for me, yeah. So that motivates me and keeps me driven. It's a driver, yeah. Multiple income. I can't believe no one's getting it. To help others. To get to, yeah, help others. Helping others. Somebody, come on. Helping, yes, it is helping others. So by helping others, it gives me something. What does it give me? Family. Yes, I'm doing all of that for my family. Huge driver, huge motivator. But feel good, yeah, helping, giving to others. Hey, Heather, no one's got it. I deliberately said it multiple times to see if you guys would pick up on it. Because if you don't have this, it's hard to keep you motivated. I really want somebody to get it. Giving, yes. Satisfaction, yes. Satisfaction, true. Satisfaction. Challenge, yeah. Hey, Tasha, how are you? Motivated, yeah. Still no one. Satisfaction. So now satisfaction's coming up. Keep trying, guys. We got one. She came in late too. Purpose. Now, stay with me here, guys. Do you know the meaning of purpose? I'm going to give it to you from the dictionary. Purpose is the motivation that drives you towards a satisfying future. So your purpose in things is your motivation that drives you. So is the motivation that drives you towards a satisfying future. So where do you have purpose? What's the purpose that I go to the gym? Makes me feel good. What's the purpose that I do the accounting stuff? I'm in a contract, but it pays well, so there's a purpose. What's my driver to turn up here 5 days a week and give you guys free content? Do you know how much time out of my day that I spend preparing content for you guys 5 days a week in, week out for free? I don't get anything from it, and I don't care, because I've got a deeper purpose. I want to help people that show up here. I love my community here. My purpose with my online career coaching community is to go a deeper level with practical training and actual things to do to move their businesses forward. Like everything I do, there's a purpose. So with that, with the purpose of all those things, I won't go through each one of them again. That gives me, remember the definition of purpose is the motivation that drives you towards a satisfying future. So if you're not motivated, guys, you don't have enough purpose. You're not really into what you're doing, or you haven't really attached a purpose. Now, I know a number of you in this industry will be going towards that train of thought. Oh, she's talking about a why. If you don't have a big enough why, if your why doesn't make you cry, then, you're not going to be successful in our industry. Oh, that makes me cringe. Okay, and I know all your leaders in this industry are probably saying that if your why doesn't make you cry, you're not going to be successful in this industry. So I'll give you my little beef with the word why. And this is part of my training in what I've been trained in called mind models. Now, mind models are very elaborate, deeper thinking in how to shift people, forward. I won't really go into an explanation, but it's not just mindset. It's actually training the mind basically to be successful in life. And that's what I use to help my students move forward. Okay. So when we think about the word called why, think about when that comes from. Think about those of you that have got children. But why, mummy? Clean your room. Why? Just because I tell you to, but why? Those of you that often question yourself, why aren't I successful? Why isn't this working? Why can't I do anything right? Why can't I just get a sale? Why won't somebody engage on my post? Why can't I get more people watching my Facebook Lives? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? What's wrong with me? The driver of why sets you up in emotion. So, used in a good way, emotions can drive you to, I've got to do this for my family. Like you get emotional. I've got to work hard for my family. I need this income for my family. So it can work in that way, and that you've got enough drive it, but it's not really about emotion, guys. It's about purpose. What's your purpose? So take the emotion out of it. When people get in a why loop, it means you're in an emotional loop and you can't think for moving through the trees. You're just going into excuses. You're telling yourself, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't feel like it. I've got so much going on in the world right now. I can't even think about a Facebook Live. I can't even think about my page. I don't know what I'm doing with Facebook ads. Nothing works. I'm just going to shut them all off. Like you just go into this big why loop. That's the true essence of a why. It keeps you in, for the most part, negative spiraling emotion. Why this, why won't that work, etc. Whereas purpose, when you have purpose, guys, when you wake up in the morning and have purpose, when you wake up, like I love serving this community. I love serving my coaching community. I love the feeling of what I'm going to have after the class at the gym. It gives me purpose. Everything I do has a purpose. So it keeps me driven and motivated. I still have mentors, but I don't need them to keep me motivated. So what I want to share with you here, guys, if you're not motivated, if you know you're not motivated, you're not thinking deep enough of what's the reason that you're doing what you're doing. If a friend said to you, this is really good, you can make a lot of money, and that's why you're here, why? Did you pick up on it? I try not to use the word why in my language anymore, particularly with my kids. When they say, well, why do I need to do that? Or why do I need to do that? Or, when they keep asking why, I will change my language to stop them asking why and ask deliberate questions that they get out of a why and they get into evaluation. You need to get out of whys, guys, and start evaluating. It's not why this, why that, why won't this happen? Why won't people engage? Why won't people watch my lives? That's all emotion, and it doesn't serve you well. You've got to get into evaluation. So let's evaluate what motivates you and what's your purpose. Or are you just here because somebody told you it was a good idea? Didn't cost you much to get in the industry and you thought you'd give it a go. But if you don't really have a purpose behind what you're doing, some of you that'll be financial drivers, you just have to make this work because you're on the skin of your ass. You're leading a life week to week to pay the bills. So that might be your motivation. It might be your purpose. I've got to make this work because I need to generate the income. It's one of the best ways that you can generate income. But unless you've really got a deep purpose, you'll just coast along. Those of you that are not motivated, I'm going to tell you right now, your purpose isn't deep enough. So you need to look in the mirror and work out what it is that is your purpose, and also think about energy. Mel Robbins has a strong theory about purpose, and she relates it to energy. What energizes you? Everything that I do, that I've mentioned with all the things that I do, bar the accounting one, but there is a purpose because of the income that's attached to it. But most things energize me. I love coming live to you guys, whether you're all here live or you're not. I would still go live. I love going live. I love my coaching community. It energizes me. Most of the things that I do, 95% of the things that I do energize me. So that gives me awesome, I know what my purpose is, and it energizes me. So yeah, I work a lot, and there are some nights that I don't sleep a lot. But it's few and far between. Some of you know that I get up at 2:30 in the morning and do training for the overseas crowd. And people just go, I couldn't do that. If you're motivated enough, guys, and you've got a big enough purpose, my deeper purpose is for my family. I've always been the main income earner in our family. When I was in corporate, general manager, I was the main income earner. I'm okay with that. So that's a big purpose for me, is to, be financially secure. Our family really struggled financially when I was a kid. It really financially struggled. My mum was very sick with cancer, for a while before she passed, lots of medical bills. My mum and dad bought a business in the 80s where interest rate was here. And just after they bought the business, interest rates went up here and they could never, ever get in front. I remember the day that my dad said to me, this was after mum passed away, and he said, I can't afford to send you to college anymore, because we were in a private girls' school, my sister and I. And I think Alison and I were just so upset and distraught. Somehow, I don't know how he did it, but somehow he found a way to keep us in private girls' school right up through, our whole schooling. He had a motivator. He did what he needed to do. If you know what your purpose is, guys, so look in the mirror, because that's where your motivation is coming from. It's from your purpose. So what is that for you? Is it money? Maybe you need to remind yourself of that when you're not having those motivated days. I've got to do this for my family. We are going week to week with our income. We need more income. Or is it truly that you are here to serve people? Like here in this community here, I'm here to serve people, and that drives me. With your products behind your business, your network marketing business, if that's what you're in, your direct selling business, do you really feel the purpose of helping people with their health or look good, if it's jewelry or finances or whatever it is? Do you really care? Do you actually really care? Because if you don't, guess what? You're never going to be motivated enough to really be successful in this business. So what energizes you? What really motivates you? You need to go and check back in. Sometimes you need to go back to the drawing board, guys, and work out what makes you tick. Because if you don't have a big enough purpose behind what it is that you're doing, or the company that you're in, or the products they provide, or the income that you want to generate, it's going to be really hard to overcome this motivation lack that you might have. Because if you just sit on the couch and go, I can't be bothered, you don't have a big enough purpose. Now, to some of you, I know you're thinking, that's when they talk about you don't have a big enough why. I've already explained my reasons behind why, so I won't go into that. But what do you get up in the morning for? What's the reason that you're in your business? What's the purpose behind it? Do you even have one? If you don't really have one, you're always going to struggle with motivation. So just take a check-in, guys. Have a think about it. All those things I listed that I do, there is a purpose for all those. There's a purpose behind each and every one of them. And it keeps me motivated, which keeps me driven to do the things that I do and do trainings at 2:30 in the morning. I don't wake up and hate that at all. I quite enjoy it. So if you're not enjoying what you're doing, if you're not energized by what you're doing, one, maybe you're doing the wrong thing. But really just go back to the drawing board and work out what makes you feel energized and what purpose you've got, because when you've got that, you'll be motivated. So if you're not motivated, something's missing, guys, or you need to think deeper about it. Does this make sense to you guys? Can you resonate with what I'm saying? Okay, so quite a few people got there in the end. So Heather was the first one to mention it. But happiness is a big part of that, Nissy. Because if we're not happy, we're not energized. Like, things that energize you will make you feel happy. So that's important. Family, yep, drive, purpose, got happiness, want, purpose. So you all got there sort of eventually. It's what you talked about before, your why. You prefer to call it your purpose. Yeah, so I shared that with my coaching community last week. We love you too. Thank you, Michelle. Why? It's a vicious word, guys. When you get stuck in why, you're stuck in emotion and you can't evaluate objectively. So you got to get out of the why. It's not necessarily a word that serves you well. For me, purpose is the end game, which is charity, many of them. So that's something that Gloria needs to keep in the forefront. That's her motivation, charity. So those are kind of the things, that you need to check in with. Otherwise, your motivation will wow. Hello, Helen. Just on. No worries, Patricia. Good to see you on. Excellent stuff. Makes perfect sense. I really do need to make this work, and I'm truly passionate about what I do to help others. I love going live. I love the people who watch my lives. I love listening to and learning from you, Helen. I love learning, researching, and doing new things to help myself so I can be a better coach for others who need me. And I know that about you, Crystal, because you don't give up. You know, that you've had lots of challenges along the way, but you're always here. You're always showing up. You're always serving your community. There's ups and downs along the way, but you continue to show up. So I know that motivation is there and what you're striving for, Crystal, because I know you need to make it work. And that's the difference between somebody hanging in there and somebody giving up, because most people give up. Most people don't get the result that they want in 6 to 12 months and they're gone. So your purpose isn't big enough when you're doing that. That's for sure. Okay. Yes, makes total sense. Even grandchildren, I agree. Leaving a legacy for grandchildren. That just check in with it, guys. I don't know what it is for you, but when people look at me and say to me, I don't know how you do all the things I do, I'm happy. I work my ass off at various times, but I'm happy to do that, to help other people and generate the income at the end of it. Those kind of things. It all comes from a higher purpose. What's your higher purpose? If you don't have one with the company you're in, if you don't have one with what you're currently doing, just think deeply about this, guys, because it's going to be hard to stay motivated. So you really don't want to stay in something for another 6 months or 12 months if you don't have that higher purpose about what it is that you're doing. But I guess the important thing to remember, if your motivation is not there, if you really lack in motivation, I just don't feel like I've got so many things going on in life. Life is always going to get in the way. I'm a mum. I've got 2 young boys still. I've got a husband. We've got a museum behind the house. I've got all these businesses going on. I lead a very busy life, but I'm still motivated. I don't ever use that as an excuse. But I'm driven. I very rarely watch TV unless it's with the kids. I don't listen to the radio in the car. Like, I'm driven. But it's the purpose of what I'm doing that keeps me driven. So I just want to share with you guys to check in with your purpose. And what are you doing the things that you're doing for? And do you have that higher purpose? What is it for you? Work it out, because that's going to help you with your motivation. Okay? And Steph, we'll leave it on your comment. Well, I think we need to be honest with ourselves what our purpose is. I love helping people, but I know my purpose is a lot finances. And it's not a bad thing, Steph. It's not a bad thing to want the income. But remember, you can have all the income in the world and be desperately unhappy. I just heard last week one of our, you look up to certain people that are sporting heroes, actors. I think of Robin Williams. Do you remember Robin Williams and all the amazing movies that he did and all the money he would have had in the bank account? Something was off. Something was not making him happy. What I just started to say before is so you'll know what I mean if you're in Australia, but our Australian rules football. So some people in other countries call soccer football, but we've got a really strange shaped ball and we call it football. And so there's higher up. How do I explain this? There's more important footballers in an important league, and another one committed suicide last week. So playing the highest level league football that you can get would be earning great money, mates all around him all the time, a wife and 2 children, and committed suicide. So money is a big motivator for me, yes, because I bring majority of the money into the family. So it's a huge motivator. But what really keeps me driven is serving you guys and helping others. So money is definitely a reality check in the driver. But to make that stick, to truly motivate you, there's usually a higher purpose. So what's the higher purpose? And most people in this industry just say, I just want to help people. And you probably do, as I do. But think deeper than that, guys. You need to think deeper than that to have a true higher purpose for yourself. Because 99% of the people in this industry just say, I want to help people. What's the reason for that? What do you truly want to help them with? What's your motivator? What's your purpose? Okay, so just think a little bit deeper about these things than surface level. Yes, I need money, and yes, I want to help people. It's not enough, guys. You've got to have deeper purpose than that. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you to think about for yourself, because it's really important to have that to be motivated. Okay, so I will see you guys same time tomorrow. Remember, those in my coaching community, we've got our live Q&A Zoom call. Just make sure you go into the group and you've got the Zoom link for that. And if you need to sort out your branding, join us next week. The link is up above. You can have a look at that information there. So I'll check in with you guys same time tomorrow. Bye.